E. Pluribus Unum. Motto, according to Webster's, is a sentence, phrase, or word inscribed on something as appropriate to or indicative of its character or use. The National Archives states, the history of the Great Seal begins with the day of our founding as a nation. The Continental Congress appointed a committee to design a seal for the United States on July 4th, 1776. Just a few hours after they adopted the Declaration of Independence. The committee members, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and John Adams, prepared a very complicated design that was promptly tabled by Congress. However, one prominent feature of their design appeared in the design that was originally adopted. The motto, E Pluribus Unum, out of many, one. In 1780, second committee, James Lovell of Massachusetts and John Moore Scott and William Churchill Houston of Virginia. You can't keep those Virginians away at the beginning of the country, can you? Developed a second design, but it was also tabled by Congress. Like the first design, the second had elements that were later incorporated into the final seal, including the olive branch, the constellation of 13 stars, and the shield with red and white stripes on a blue field. Third committee was appointed in May of 1782. This committee's design employed the eagle for the first time in the crest. Early in 1782, Congress referred the three designs to the Secretary of the Continental Congress, Charles Thomson. Thomson made a fourth design that was revised by William Barton, a Philadelphia student of heraldry. Thomson submitted a written description of his final version to the Continental Congress that described the design and explained its symbolism. Continental Congress approved this design on June 20th, 1782. Ladies and gentlemen, this motto has important meaning for the United States of America and you. Our country began as land belonging to Great Britain. As we continued to grow, we became 13 colonies. When deciding to fight for our freedom, the colonists decided they would be more powerful if all of the colonies fought together. Out of 13 colonies came one nation. The colonies came together at a critical time. There are factions that are dividing us from each other. They have us looking at each other in envy and jealousy, dividing us on race, dividing rich and poor, dividing men and women, turning children against parents, turning people and children against American principles and God. You see, that helps them remain in power. If we are divided and full of envy toward each other, it is harder for us to stand for what the founders fought for, which was what? Founders stood against the greatest empire in the world, but they were not just against something. You see, they were for something. A 7-letter word, freedom. They were for freedom. And they were willing to risk it all. In that document, the Declaration of Independence, they stated our rights come from God, not government. And like Ronald Reagan used to say, we need to remind the federal government that we are your masters. You are not ours. You work for us. We are for freedom. Though we may have some disagreements, but we don't need to hate and envy each other. There are factions that push to divide us for their power. And now here we are again. Like the founders and the 13 colonies, we must now come together and peacefully stand for freedom. Men and women, black and white, young and old. Together, we can do it. We can restore this great republic. We can restore the Constitution. We can restrain the federal government and return it to the limited government the ratifiers ratified. Ronald Reagan believed in these three words: we the people. We the people can come and be stronger together for freedom. E Pluribus Unum. Thank you. If you like this message, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thank you.